guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Happy January, happy new year 2021. Oh my gosh, we were ready for you, but I'm just hoping 2021 is better than 2020. All right guys, so 150 days that I've been on this keto journey. I'm gonna share my results that I got this past week, and I'm gonna share some tips and just stuff that I learned over the last 150 days. This is the longest that I have ever stuck to a keto journey or weight loss journey or anything. And I'm just successful this time around, and I'm learning so much about myself that I want to share with you, because I know that there are people that relate to my struggles and my addictions, and we're all in this together, and I truly want to help you be successful as well. This time is different for me, and I will reach my goal weight of 174 one day. So make sure you stick around for the whole video because I just have so much to share with you. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on for notifications, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, send me a comment. I love hearing from you always. Also, I am not a doctor or a medical professional, so I have no medical advice for you. If you do have any questions, always make sure to check with your doctor first. So I started my keto journey 21 weeks ago now at 291 pounds. And the reason why I decided to start a YouTube channel and document everything was, number one, to hold myself accountable, check in with you guys every single week, show you my results. It really helps keep me on track, because I know that I have to show up every Monday and give you, my results. So it really helps me, to stay on track. But also I love being real with you guys. I love showing you the struggles. I don't love going through the struggles, but I love showing you the realness of a weight loss journey, because it is real and it is hard. And I think it's just so important to stay real and be someone that is vulnerable and transparent and just shows you the good and the bad of losing weight. Because I have a lot of weight to lose. I started at 291 pounds, but that wasn't my highest weight. My highest weight was 374. I was 26 pounds away from being 400 pounds when I was 30 years old. And I have been obese my entire life, morbidly obese my entire life. And I feel like I've just been trying to lose weight as far back as I can remember. So not only am I trying to lose this weight, I'm trying to overcome so many issues that got me to that weight. Obviously, for me to reach almost 400 pounds, I got some stuff going on in there that I need to work out, or I'm going to gain my weight back. So it's not about losing the weight. It's about figuring myself out, learning from it, overcoming that addiction, and, learning how to live with it and to control it for the rest of my life. So this is what my journey is all about, and I would love for you to be a part of it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and follow my journey. Be a part of my YouTube family, because it truly means so much to have you all there supporting me and cheering me on, and it truly just helps make my journey just so much more meaningful and more fun. I love having you guys be a part of it. Secondly, I started it so that I could inspire you. It makes me feel so good when you guys reach out to me and you send me messages and you tell me how much I'm inspiring you and how you keep going. You keep going because of me, because I'm, someone that you can relate to, and it makes me feel so good. So please never hesitate to send me a message and let me know what you're going through, and if you need help with anything, I'm always here for you. But it just, that is one of the reasons why I wanted to create this channel, because I know there's so many of us out there who struggle with the same stuff, and we're all in this together. Like I said before, I just love inspiring you and pushing you and motivating you to be better, just to be better. All right, guys, so this past week, let's just get into the total amount that I've lost in the last 150 days, but let's get into this last week first. So I came off of a long stall, and I had a few cheat days in there. I mentioned in my last video, I had my birthday celebration, and one planned cheat day turned into 3 cheat days, and I just kind of went crazy there for a few days. So I haven't really been I haven't been horrible, I haven't been terrible, but I haven't been really that great either. So my weight loss has slowed down very much the past month. I had those cheat days and I gained like 4 pounds, and then I spent the next week just trying to get that off, which I did. So anyway, this past week, I haven't really been super strict. I just got back into keto, got back to the basics, got back to my fasting, and I weighed in Friday morning, and I was 244. So I lost 4 pounds this past week. So excited about that. Back on track, but I did have a cheat day, a planned cheat day on New Year's Day that I mentioned before. My husband and I had a date day. We were gonna go to Margaritas, but we found out that they didn't open until later, and my mom was babysitting. I didn't want her driving in the dark, so we changed plans and went to a local Italian restaurant instead. And it was so good. We had garlic knots and pizza, and it was just really, really, really good. And I didn't feel guilty, you know? It was a planned cheat day. I wasn't going to feel guilty for it. I was just gonna get back on track the next day, and which I did. So lost 4 pounds this past week just by getting back on track and, being mindful of the foods that I'm eating and just making good, healthy keto choices, and lost 4 pounds. So really, really excited about that. So that makes my total loss 47 pounds in the last 21 weeks. I'm 3 pounds away from a 50-pound loss. I think that I should celebrate and reward myself with something when I hit 50 pounds, but I don't know what. If you have any ideas what I should reward myself, just leave them in the comments. I don't really want to I don't want to buy clothes yet, because it's like I feel like it's a waste of money because I'm not keeping this body, and I don't want to buy clothes for a body that I'm not keeping. So I'm really struggling with that part. Maybe shoes. Maybe I should get some shoes or something that's going to fit later on too. So I don't know. If you guys have some ideas, I'm definitely not celebrating with food though. I've done that way too many times in the past. Definitely not rewarding myself with food anymore. So 47 pounds lost in 150 days. Very, very happy with my progress. And I just wanted to share some of the stuff that I have learned about myself this time around. It's so different. And a part of me is just like, why? Why is it different this time? You know, when I have tried to lose weight so many times before, I have done keto so many times before. I've done it with my mom, I've done it without my mom. And like, why is it different this time? And that's still something that I'm figuring out. But I do want to share with you guys like some of the things that I have learned. I also took my measurements, but I haven't compared with my first measurements. So I'm going to take another video and stick it in here right now. All right, guys, I just compared my measurements. In 21 weeks, 150 days, I have lost 29.75 inches from my body. How cool is that? 29.75. I'm shrinking. All right, back to the video. So the biggest thing that I have learned, honestly, which is really a realization that I've had recently, like this is something that I have just realized, that every other time that I've done this, I have been so hard on myself when I screw up. And this time I am learning that it's not about being perfect. It's about being imperfect. It's about messing up, but learning how to overcome that and learning how to bounce back from it. And that is something that I am learning how to do this time around that I have never learned how to do in the past. In the past, I would screw up and I would have a cheat day and I would eat those foods that I love, but I would make myself feel like crap about it. And I would make myself feel like, oh, how could you do that? How could you were doing so good. You lost 20 pounds and now you're just going to go screw it up and eat something that you're not supposed to. You were such a failure. You were such a disappointment. Once again, you're failing and you're screwing everything up. This is what I would tell myself. And how can I speak to myself like that? And if you're speaking to yourself like that when you screw up, stop right now. We can't speak that kind of negativity into ourselves. That's what we're going to believe. That's what we're going to continue to believe. And that is what I did every other time. And so I would feel like crap. I would feel like a disappointment. And I have a food addiction. So what is the one thing that's going to make me feel good in that moment? My best friend, food. I would turn to food again and then feel like a disappointment and feel shame and guilt all over again. And it's that vicious cycle. So this time around, I started, my very first cheat day that I had, I shared with you guys, I made a video on it talking about my addiction, and I felt so disappointed in myself. Oh, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I have a food addiction. Once again, I had those same feelings, and that addiction just kept creeping up, and it was just like, because it's like you want to feel better. You know what's going to make you feel better right now. Just eat. Just eat. And that's why I struggled so much. after my first cheat day. This time, I struggled a little bit with, the 3 cheat days that I had around my birthday. And just because I kind of lost control and I just felt like, oh, there it is again, you're screwing up again. But then I'm just like, okay, this needs to stop. I need to stop feeling guilty for my mistakes. I just need to learn from them. And I need to just get back up again. Just keep getting back up again. And so I had this other planned cheat day. I feel like I have so many cheat days planned, but this other planned cheat day for New Year's Day, my date day, we went out, had pizza, garlic knots, all yummy food, yummy bad carby food. And I did not feel guilty at all, at all. I was just like, bring it on, let's do it. We also had Chinese food that night. I know, bad. I'm still in the mindset of, well, if you're gonna screw up, you might as well just screw up, just eat it all, okay? That's one thing that I do need to overcome. And hopefully at some point, in the future, I will be able to have a cheat, but not lose control, lose all control. So that's the next step. So I definitely ate too much of the wrong foods, but I didn't feel guilty. I was just like, you know what, let's just have a cheat day and enjoy it, And so I woke up the next morning and I gained 3 pounds of water weight. No surprise. I knew that I was going to gain weight, from all the carbs I ate. But you know what? I didn't want any more. I didn't crave any carbs. I didn't crave the sugar. I didn't crave the pizza or the Chinese food that I had just eaten. And I even fed it to my kids the next day and I didn't want it. I didn't feel guilty about eating it, the previous day. That's big for me. I have always punished myself every time that I mess up. And I'm not going to do that anymore. And you know what? It makes it easier. And it makes it easier to feel good about your mess ups. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that it would be easier to get back on track when you just forgive yourself? But I was too busy shaming myself and making myself feel like an absolute failure that I just wanted to continue to eat to feel better. So that is the biggest thing that I have learned. So I am here to tell you guys, if you are punishing yourself for screwing up, especially after Thanksgiving and Christmas, if you just haven't been able to get back on track, stop punishing yourself. Forgive yourself right now for the mistakes that you've made and just make the choice to start again. Just get back up and do it. Just do it. We have to forgive ourselves. I cannot stress how different this is for me this time because I am giving myself grace. I'm giving myself a little grace. And you need to do the same. Second thing that I have learned is I need to fast. Intermittent fasting has truly changed the game for me. This is also something that I am now doing that I never did before in my previous journeys. So I do 18-6 intermittent fasting. I fast for 18 hours and then I have a 6-hour eating window where I follow the keto diet. And honestly, it sounds a lot harder than it is. You fast for 18 hours? That's crazy. Well, I'm sleeping for a big chunk of it. So it's really only skipping breakfast. That's all I do. And I have my skinny coffee for breakfast, which keeps me full. And then I eat lunch and dinner. And the reason why I need fasting in my life is, number one, yes, it, suppresses my appetite. It makes me not hungry. It doesn't, your body gets used to it. And so I'm not hungry, which keto does that for me too. Obviously, eating fats and protein, that's going to keep me full as well. But intermittent fasting is reducing those calories every single day. So it's like my body's getting used to that, not eating as much. And obviously that's going to help you lose weight. But secondly, and most importantly, why I need fasting in my life is because it helps me control my emotional eating. I am an emotional eater, and when I feel any type of emotion, I want to eat. And you know what? That's never going to go away. I am going to have this addiction for the rest of my life, so I need to learn the ways of how to overcome that and how to control it and how to live with it. And that's what fasting does for me. Fasting helps me to control those times where I just want to eat, because if I'm in my fasting window, and I get stressed or I get upset or something that makes me want to, turn to my best friend food, I can't eat. So what do I have to do? I have to feel those emotions and I have to deal with them. And it's really helping me figure myself out too at the same time. And that is all part of this process. It's all part of the transformation, is figuring myself out and, how I am going to overcome this, because all I have been in the past is a yo-yo dieter. Up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. I have done everything, every type of diet you can imagine. I had gastric bypass surgery and I never learned how to live a healthy lifestyle on my own. And I still haven't. I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of learning and I'm definitely not there yet, but I have figured out a lot of things about myself. And that's why I know this time is going to be different. Even though this is hard and even though I feel like I struggle more times than not, I feel amazing. I feel like, I'm trying to learn how to eat to live, not live to eat. And I'm not there yet. I still feel like I have moments where I just live to eat. And that's all I want to do. I just want to eat. I love food. I always have. It's all I've ever known. I have never been thin. I have never overcome my food addiction, not once in my entire life. And that's scary, So I know that there are going to be so many more obstacles that I have to get through on this journey. I know it's not going to be easy. I know it's going to be the hardest thing that I will ever have to do. But it's going to be so worth it, and I'm gonna do it. I am going to do it this time. I promise you, right here, right now. I promise you, I will get to my goal weight. I have no idea when. I have no idea how long it's gonna take. All I know is I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna continue on, ketoing on, doing my intermittent fasting, learning about myself, and really trying to figure out my issues, my struggles, my addictions, and I'm gonna start exercising, nothing crazy, but just start moving my body more. There's also tons of workouts that I can do on YouTube. I just have to do it. I got to get myself stronger physically and emotionally. This is all part of the transformation. And another thing that's super cool, a scale victory. I'm 244 now. 246 is what I weighed when I got pregnant with the twins. So I have officially lost all of the pregnancy weight, but I did gain about 30 pounds before I had the twins from all the IVF medications. So yeah, gotta get that off. 217 was what I was before I started the IVF process. So once I'm 217, that's going to be another scale victory. So, all right, guys, I guess that is it. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. And thank you for just being there for me and just being a part of this community and being a part of my life. I truly, truly appreciate all the support you give me, honestly. It means absolutely everything to me. All right, I will see you guys at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys. And I just lost what I was gonna say. Totally lost it. I also took my measure. That's why I know. My hair is horrible. Oh my gosh. I feel like I always complain about my hair in my videos. So, oh my gosh, where was I? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh my gosh, mom brain. What did you say? You don't want me to shrink?
No.
Why?
Cause then I will have no more mamas to carry me.
I will still be able to carry you. I'm just gonna be healthier. I'm getting healthy. Do you want me to be healthy? Yeah.
I love you guys.